very good everybody, and welcome to hopefully another video. This is your favorite funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. I will be your captain for today's flight. That means if we take off and if we land. Hey vintage pilot, welcome back man. So yeah, as I was saying, I just purchased the Synaptic A220-300 by Builds and Synaptic. Let's get that sound a little bit lower here for a second. And I have no clue how to fly it. I must say I saw like, I don't know, like 2, 3, 4 minutes of some video by 320 sim pilots, but I honestly didn't really have time to look at the thing. I figured it just looks awesome. Let's just go ahead and buy it. So that's what we did, and so now we're going to try and fly this sucker from Riga, hopefully to Stockholm. It's sort of an Airbus, so I guess we should be fine. Well, vintage pilot, as you may have just heard, that's how I'm doing. Actually, my foot is doing better. Yesterday I had a problem with my left foot, and I'm taking some pills there, and that's working. So that's very nice. So yeah, this is going to be completely new for me. All I did was go into the plane, set up my SimBrief and Navigraph account, set up one camera angle for the ESD. The other camera angles you just have to work out because it's a slightly different kind of plane than the ones that you have standard with the FMC in the same spot. So thanks, man. Yeah. So this is going to be interesting. So the idea is to fly the airBaltic from Riga to Stockholm using the new airplane, the Synaptic. So let's just see what's going to happen. And get this sub out of the way. So we're parked here at gate 55, and I did have a little bit of an issue finding a correct parking position. I don't want to take that all too seriously today, but I have to share this. This is cool. This was like the only place I could find where this aircraft sort of would fit for some reason. And I figured, alright man, let's just do it. Actually, I have no clue if this has an inside. Like it does? Oh, cool. Alright. So, yeah, just be warned, this is not really a video. I cannot tell you anything about this plane. I cannot, and I will also not like do a walk around and show you everything and tell you something. I wouldn't even know what to say. I'll keep it really basic, like a Playmobil. Like, I really like this green, this specific type of green on the airBaltic engine here. But, you know, what good is that going to do? Except, obviously, maybe some entertainment. But, yeah, but she looks cool. Just fresh out of the box. Maybe actually fresh out of the box with BUCKS. She was like 71 euros or something. It's not a cheap plane. And yeah, let's just go see. And I'm not even sure if it will work with my peripherals. I have the Airbus FCU and with the Boeing mode control panel. I have some Logitech stuff like the Logitech radio stack. I think that's going to work probably. I've got the MCDU and the FMC, so the Boeing one and the Airbus one. I don't think they'll work because this has a glass display basically. Just like basically like in the A380 and the A350. Alright, let's just hop on in, and we'll be using GSX if we can, and same engines, real world time, real world weather. So yeah, so the only camera angle I made was this. So this is basically the only thing that I did. And my flight, so I think we can just now go ahead and import from flight is there. Departure time 16:59. So we will not make that. View flight plan. Oh, that's the LFP, that's cute. Can we actually, yes, we can. Can we also zoom in? Text, we can make it a little bit bigger. That's nice because my television is a little bit far away. Cost index 23, cruising altitude 360. This is all like regular stuff, I guess. Block fuel 4.7, let's say 4.8. Can we go all the way down? There we can. Runway 36 for the departure. The LAPSA to hotel departure, arriving the XILAN 6 Papa at runway 19 right. So that's at least something. So obviously we'll have to start the sucker up. Let me first see. Yes, the throttle quadrant appears to work. So does this actually work like in the Airbus or like more like in the Boeing? Well, we will find out. That sounds nice. Ooh, that sounds sweet. Let me do that again. Yeah, I like it. Alright, so maybe probably the door can open. Not sure if there's anything like a clickable here. Usually maybe like the coffee or something. I do not really care about that. So this is... Oh, this doesn't seem interactive. Hey, welcome back. Can we maybe operate the doors? Oh, that looks like it. I have no... That's just... Well, I guess there we go. We can't really do anything in the cabin. Oh, I love this. I might have seen... Not with the video I didn't watch today. Maybe it was actually a different plane. This is cute. I like it. And this, okay, now I want to know. Yeah, probably was this one. I think I saw a video like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, this is cool, man. I just like this. Alright, man. Let's get back to the business here. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big panels. Got a radio stuff here. Got an overhead. Right, so if we want external power, usually that'll be, there you go, ground equipment. For instance, doors and stuff. Man, the sun is shining on that sucker. Attach ground power unit. And let's see if we can start the boarding using GSX, and at least we have some passengers. Request boarding. All of a sudden there comes a out of the wall. Okay. Yeah, so obviously this airport looks a little weird. But she's finding it. Alright, so we have ground power available. I guess we turn it on. Well, we should have some batteries as well. Oh, yep. Got to turn this off for a second. That sound likes me. Fuel, hydraulics, air. So yeah, people just be warned, I am totally exploring this on the go, so it might be extremely understimulating.
Boarding has commenced, Captain.
Thank you, we're all very impressed. Virgin lift is connect, this cannot will show me. Oh, there you go, batteries. So what we put them on. Camera power, what does this do? Maybe let's see if we put these on. There's some weird sounds, man, I like it. Actually press this, maybe we do not. I unpress it. Holy shit, that's loud. Sadly, won't be able to watch for long today. No worries, man. No worries. It's already very nice that you came to say hi, dude. And hey, if you like it, give me a like. That's cool. Actually, I saw some of your videos, man, with Explain. It was really nice to see. Yeah, as I said, you know, like, whatever. Just if you feel like sticking around a bit, do your thing. This is going to be not going to be a very fast video anyway, so it's all good, man. Looks like the nav lights are already on then. Logo lights, I think we can put those on. Alright, so external power, we already have some basic power by the batteries, it looks like. No power in use. So what is cabin power? Do we actually use that? It is shielded off. Not sure, it seems like some sort of backup kind of thing. I think I did. Is it the one with the smoky engines on the thumb? I think I saw one. Actually, I saw a couple, but I think one you were floating quite a bit. I think it was the Caravel. Do I say that correctly? Caravel. Right, so GSX at least understands what's going on. That's good. Right, so what are we going to do here, people? Let's see. Like, again, as I said, I'm just totally like the emergency lights, we'll arm those. That's always a good idea. And I guess we can put on the notepad. I'm not sure what it is. Inspection lights not yet. Wing inspection lights not needed at this stage. APU, let's wait a little bit. Although I'm not really sure what's the outside air temperature over here. 21. Not too crazy. 730. Oh yeah, the 737-200. Oh yeah, and the bounce landing, that's the one that like took off and then it was cut. Or like, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard airBaltic Flight 213, departing from Riga International Airport to Stockholm Arlanda Airport.
Well, that's what we hope.
Kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
Yes, could you maybe please also tell the passengers that we hope to be taking off, and this is my first flight on the Airbus A220-300. Let's see how she's going to handle it.
Understood, Captain. I will inform the passengers about our hope to take off soon, and that this is your first flight on the Airbus A220-300.
Well, I did not say soon. Not sure, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope to be taking off shortly. This is Captain Arkady G.S. first flight on the Airbus A220-300. Thank you for your patience as we prepare for departure.
Okay. Alright, so back to the overhead. I think we have the most things. The hydraulic I don't think we need. Well, maybe it doesn't hurt to put them on auto. Power transfer unit. Heating, we do not have to touch that, so I guess for now we just set everything up. And alignment, does this like auto align? As I said, I saw like, I don't know, like 3-4 minutes, skim through a video a little bit. The FMS position, not sure why it's, I believe this is also touchscreen, isn't it? All these things, yeah. Light hold, yup. We have like aiders down here. Sometimes in this aircraft you might have them here. Lighting stuff. Obviously we do have checklists. Before the plane crashed, I saw that, yeah, that's a shame, yeah. I actually uploaded a video, I don't know, a couple of days ago, where I had to do a go-around, and I could not get my go-around thrust. I mean, I pushed the sucker forward, the lever, right? But for some reason, something, you know, in the settings that I had, the airplane was like, no, it was just chilling on forward. And then I went nose up, wheels down, and then was able to take off again, and then totally forgot to retract the landing gear and everything. Right, it looks like the radio panel does not work. So I think the only thing we'll have today is this piece of hardware. So what do I want to know? I want to know if the aircraft is finding its position. Place. Autopilot. Status air door with the avionics. Follow empty gas, weather, shaker, fire ice detect. What is CTP? I have no clue. Oh, circuit breakers, sure. I was not doing that. Let's check overhead again. There's anything called IRS or something. Heat, window heat, primary flight controls, cockpit, voice recorder. Here we've got some lights, so it's like these integrated lights. Here we have the external lights down the bottom and the passenger signs. And in this panel we have APU. We'll wait a little bit. PAWS. Yes. Electrical, hydraulic. Here we have the fire warning system and extinguish, I guess. Fuel area. This is the air bit, so if the packs and the speed airs and everything. Anti-icing. Might be that the aircraft actually finds its position on its own. Not say that it's in alignment. Yeah, that's what happened to me too. Vintage. Here let's call it the mode control panel. Just the regular stuff. Maybe somewhere on the side. Can we get this out of the way? Yes, we can. And can we get this sucker out of the way too? That would be nice. Oh, ooh, that's fancy blue. Oh, I love it. But we're not going to be taking off like this. That doesn't seem like very proper. So what do I have here? Probably lighting. Side. That's lights. And by the time I'm done searching, probably the aircraft has found its position. If it's doing it automatically, cannot imagine it to be here next to the circuit breakers or something. No. There you go. Looks like it's found its position, so that took its own time. Alright, and we should be able to get charts on here. flight, ground equipment, load sheet, charts, landing performance, takeoff performance and settings. Alright, so charts. And okay. Should we wait to get like Star IAC, AGC, Pakistan, Goals Pakistan. And not quite what I'm looking for. There it is. Let's put a little pin in it. The flame rate is getting a little bit choppy there. Oh cool, you'll be doing a stream, Vintage, that's nice. So 8 is 120180.
Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10 kilometers. Scattered at 3100. Scattered at 4200. Temperature 20. Dew point 14. QNH 1019er.
Captain,
Transition
everyone's
level
aboard.
60.
Cabin is secure.
Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra. Riga International Airport. Information Sierra. 1650 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 18. Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10 kilometers. Scattered at 3100.
Alright, so we got the information there.
4200. Temperature 20. Dew point 14. QNH 1019er. Transition level 60. Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra. Riga International Airport. Information
they do not really appear to have delivery. 118805.
Arriving and departing runway 18. Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10 kilometers. Scattered at 3100. Scattered at 4200. Temperature 20. Dew point 14. QNH 1019er. Transition level 60. Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra. Riga International Airport. Information Sierra.
There you go. Over. Oh, that's Beirut to Rome. 3 to 4 hours. Alright, cool man. I'll probably get the notification. I'll check it out. Ground airBaltic 213. Type is Airbus A220-300. We are at gate 55, information Sierra, requesting IFR clearance to Stockholm.
airBaltic 213, clear to Arlanda via the LAPSA 2 Foxtrot departure, runway 18, initial climb 5000, departure on 129.925, squawk 4451.
Clear to Arlanda radio LAPSA 2 Foxtrot departure out of runway 18, initial climb 5000, departure frequency 129.925, squawk 4451, airBaltic 213. Say again please, airBaltic 213. Radio 1 by 5, please say again, airBaltic 213.
airBaltic 213, read back correct.
Copy that, thank you, airBaltic 213. Alright, so we got the LAPSA 2 Foxtrot. Interesting that we still hear these outside planes quite loud. I just opened the flight deck door, or closed it. Excuse me. Needs to stay lubricated. Right, let's try and set it up. So I think I'll just do it like this. A camera view as well. Whoops. Check parking brake on battery 1, battery 2, electronic checklist, display unit 2, I heard on a video. I don't know if we check that, how does it work?
airBaltic 40 kilo contact tower on 118.105.
If your external power as required, we have, at the moment we have external power. Quite nice, alright, and then pre-flight checklist. Ice detector test. These I'm just going to complete. Can I complete them? First flight of the day. Let's just say, well, okay, just say yes. Ice detector test. Sure. Circuit breakers. Yep. Rudder trim. Yep. Oxygen mask. Yep. Airplane documents on board. Checked. Operations engineer bulletins. Don't know what it is. Checked. Emergency equipment. Yes. Gear pins on board. Overhead panel. Check glass shields, displays, guess, and info. Altimeters. Alright, so for now I just press the B button. 019ers, that seems to be correct. Center panel, for now that's okay. Pedestal is okay. Side sticks, sure. Then before start, departure briefing, then we have APU or external power, seatbelts, doors, beacon, parking brake. Beacon is not on, is it? Very good, that's off. Alright, then I guess now just focus a little bit here on the system. Let's see. So after this, I'm going to watch that video by 320 sim pilot. This guy is such a hero, man. I learned so much from this dude. Look at that, IRS. Well, let's go to the sound settings. Engine environment. Doesn't seem to do anything yet, or it is not the setting that I was hoping for. Noise cancellation. Still hear the plane roaring there. Alright, so screw that. Right, so these are all the IRS, the navigations. Flight plan. So I'm thinking like Airbus style, but this is not like 100% Airbus. I believe it's like, what was it? I heard Simpilot, 320 Simpilot say something like it's a cross between a Boeing and an Airbus, but it's also something like, was it the Havilland Dash or something? So I'm thinking sort of Airbus, so I was hoping for it to get like a init page or something. Flight plan uplink, we'll use Simrave. And I thought I just set this up, so why can I not click send? Why is it not displaying anything? You should be able to type it in here. That seems to work. Alright, send. Complete. And I also saw, I think this then puts it in the secondary for some reason. And I have no clue how to get to the secondary from here. Flight plan, init, winds and temperatures, fuel, EP.
Attention all aircraft, information Tango is now current. QNH 1019er.
I do see copy to secondary, but actually I would like to there it is, secondary. Not sure, this is so confusing. Why you have to go to the secondary, and then you copy the secondary to the primary? So we have a flight plan, flight level 360. Not wish to activate the secondary. Secondary wind, secondary fuel. I think that's the first thing that I'm really wondering. Like, okay, so how the hell do we do this? Basically, it's just getting the same information again. Beats me, man. Copy to secondary. Let's do that and see if that now the secondary is empty. Okay, well, that seems to work. Okay, so we go secondary, or if we say activate secondary. Execute. And then it's the actual, I guess that's it. Alright, so our flight number will be airBaltic 213. Oh, you got to go somewhere. Hopefully you can sleep some on the way. Departure arrival, runway 18. We got the LAPSA to Foxtrot. Execute this. You got to drive there. Yeah, that sucks.
Citation 4 Mike Hotel, ready to taxi.
One on the right, XILAN 6.
Citation 4 Mike Hotel, taxi to holding point runway 18.
Alright, man.
Via
See you
Echo
next time,
1,
Vintage.
Echo Foxtrot, Golf.
See you next time, Vintage Pilot.
Taxi to holding
Thanks for
point, runway
chilling
18,
with me
Echo
here.
1, Echo
You have a good day, man.
Foxtrot, Golf, citation 4 Mike Hotel.
Let's see. Arrivals. One nine on right, XILAN 6 Papa. Do we have ARL in there? No, we do not. Execute. So this is working slightly different than the, like when I got the in-built A350, it was pretty much the same setup as the Airbus A380, so I was sort of familiar with it. See, the airplane is still there on the outside. It might actually be dark by the time we get to depart. At least by the time we land. It should not be a very long flight though, but, well, obviously, I'm just trying to get, like in real time, wasting everybody's time. But as I said, that's why I had the disclaimer up front, you know, like, just beware that this might be a very tedious process to sit through the entire thing. So don't nobody feel bad. Alright. Plan wind request pending complete. They do not see anything in here. And insert. That's how I do it in the A350. Execute perhaps. Just randomly pressing buttons here. I don't see the wind. Try one more time, maybe a second or a third click. It doesn't work like that, I know. No clue. What does the message mean? Message, oh, that's okay. Oh, just click it away. Right, and load sheet, and brief import, load aircraft, so that's now been loaded. We got 157 passengers. What I like about the any-built A350 is you put your mouse here and then you press the left control and then you can start using your keyboard, which is very nice. Here you'll actually have to get out of this view, go to this view. I don't quite like that. So 157. We paste it there. Fuel planning. Fuel quantity 4,800. I have no clue what the hell I'm doing here. Let's see. What do I want to know? Zero fuel weight, center of gravity. Zero fuel weight 53615, so 53.6. Can we do it like this? That's invalid, okay. So 53615. Better. And I'm guessing here 24.9. Take a flight 25.2. Do I have that? Not. Airplane's probably going to start complaining at us some point. Total fuel 4.8. That seems to check out. Execute. Block fuel 4.8. Or does it require 4,800? 47907. That's accepted. just curious about the winds. For some reason that's not doing anything. Pending, complete, but there's nothing. Not the end of the world. In it. So that bit might be fine. Now I still have to find like a complete like actual flags page, if you will. Might that be on the route? There it is. This is such a weird setup when you're used to Boeing and Airbus. There's a discontinuity there. That would be speed and altitude, so that's near the approach. Okay, so that makes sense. That's probably vectors. And can we like jump up to the start of the, if you just press the route again? Doesn't think so. Drag this, no, so I have to use those tiny little buttons. Alright, runway 18. And I think the performance, and probably sort of good to go. So let's see here. I have no clue what I'm doing. And takeoff performance. FMS. Yeah, why not? And sync weather. Calculate. Takeoff 1. And there it goes, send to FMS. That's always nice. The V1 is 128, rotate 134, V2 141, flaps 2. Backs will be on, anti-eyes off, thrust configuration, auto, flap settings 2, sure. You see that here, 128, 134, 141. Would be nice if we have that in here somewhere as well at some point. Right, so our initial climb is 5,000. Collide check. It looks to be the runway heading. I'm just going to take it. And can we incredibly low numbers? Do at least let's just do 250. Not that like scroll acceleration or something. Flight directors can be turned on. Do they turn on both sides? Do we have like the Airbus thingy saying FD1, FD2? Director. So it's showing flight director off only. So when you turn it off, it's off there. Okay, cool. I'm really wondering how far I'm going to get us today. Squawk 4451. And like taking forever, man. Four, 5, 1. Turn on traffic. Man, this airplane, it's something else, man. But I did see something that In the plan page, you can actually drag. Look at that! I love this. Oh my God, this is so cool. Totally, really, really cool. Top of climb, top of descent, and then is there a way to like sort of put it back to where it was? Do you like press plan again, or let's go to map? We cannot do that here. No. There's a bunch of information crammed in these displays, and you know, having an ADHD brain, that is at first quite overwhelming. N1, exhaust gas temperature, N2, fuel flow, oil temperature, oil pressure, total fuel 4,800, 2,400 above tanks, cabin altitude, temperature is 26. Speaking of which, let's turn on the APU. APU gen, where did I see the APU? Did actually turn it on? Now it's displaying off, so I'm guessing that is not it. There you go, APU. On a couple of seconds and start. And it springs back automatically. I guess we should be seeing somewhere that the APU is doing something. Let's see, RPM, let's listen outside. That airplane is starting to make sounds. Where's the little flap open here, the air intake. What just happened? That was weird. RPM 100. And now I hear it again. Okay, cool. Well, that's what I want. APU is on. Then there should be an APU bleed. Be able to turn off the external power, I guess. And you have APU bleed. Where is the air page? APU bleed. That turns on automatically. Okay, cool. External power can be turned off. We are now on internal power. So here we'll go ground equipment, remove GPU. This is all too easy. Oh, what am I saying? Well, it would be really cool if I'm actually able to get this off the ground and sort of get it to our destination and land. That would be really, really cool. I'm probably overly confident here, but it's also a good way to learn, because then I will find out immediately like what I understand and what I don't understand, and that's a very interesting way to learn. Unfortunately, at the moment, I'm the only one watching my own stream, so I can feel happy that I'm not wasting a lot of people's valuable time. The TCAS is off. It's probably also in this little thingy here. TCAS auto. Standby. TARA. TA only. Health on, health off. I think we'll put that on. Put it on auto, I guess. I was thinking standby, but actually it was like the equivalent of transponder. Maybe that's TA only, I don't know. Going to be exciting. And I also saw something, or much rather, I should say heard something when I was, I listened to the video when I was preparing. I think you can click somewhere on the charts and you should get radio frequencies. Seems really cool. But for now, let's consider a lot of things are set up. We're still on ground frequency, where we are supposed to be, to request our pushback. AP, we're not going to touch yet. VNAV, I think we can. And does it have anything really called, let's go nav, there you go, vertical navigation and navigation. And I noticed that it remains in heading as well. Might mean it is not able to acquire or something. Path. I'm not sure if that's our message. Done. Alright. What we're looking at here, departure briefing. Well, let's, I guess, complete that. Let's have a look here. Just not to be total douchebags. So runway, this is actually the wrong chart, I think. We should have LAPSA to Foxtrot. I want to change this here. Right, yep. Departures. LAPSA to Foxtrot, add route. Then we get the chart right there. Thank you, Navigraph. Very, very nice. So runway heading 175. We got the LAPSA to Foxtrot, so that's a right turn after departure. So right turn heading 222, a right turn heading 293. I don't think we'll get vectors, we'll just put on the autopilot. We got some altitude restrictions there. I'm not going to worry about those. Airport chart. The airport itself is fairly sim. That's the first piece of good news today. Hey man, I'm not complaining, I just purchased this plane. It seems really cool. So pushback, nose to the right, nose to the right, tail to the left, face west. Excuse me. Alright, so departure briefing complete. APU is on. Seatbelt actually is not on. That's on. Door is closed and locked. I think we'll do that here. Or, let's try GSX. Cabin crew, please close and lock all the doors. We are about to push back.
Copy, Captain. Closing and locking all doors now.
Now actually that's not sure if this is working the way I'm hoping it will. Maybe not. Close all doors, in transit, there we go. Beacon, we can now turn on the beacon. Parking brake is on. I like that, on, off, very, very straightforward. So that's as required at the moment. Complete. And then we have before taxi. APU is required, NTIs and engine NTIs, auto or on, NTIs, wing. Flaps, yes, we should set our flaps 2. But first let's start in Stockholm. Ground airBaltic 213, request push and start. Here we go, kids. Will the pilot crash? Turn, turn, turn.
213, push and start approved, face west.
Push start approved, face west, airBaltic 213, thank you. Alright. There is actually also a voice interface for GSX, but I'm not using that now. So prepare for pushback and departure. You can hear the taxiway or the jetway going.
Ground to flight deck, preparing to push. Ground to flight deck, bypass pin inserted, stand by for push.
Does the airport even still exist after all this time? Looks like it. Locking gear.
Attention all aircraft, uniform now current QNH 1019er.
Ground to flight deck, release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake released.
Ground to flight deck, all engines clear, start at will.
That's tediously slow. I can do it like this. Alright. Alright, so we can start our engines. Being pushed back here. Good luck. Left engine. And two.
Ground to flight deck, please set parking brakes.
Parking brake set. I have to do anything with fuel. It's taking its time there. Now, checking some camera angles here. There are no camera angles? I did not expect that. Right, let's go to the cabin. So at some point, obviously, we're going to open all of these, just to see if there's like a hidden like Easter egg somewhere. Are we going to sit down here? Well, these windows are a little bit awkward. Right, let's just choose this one. second one maybe a little bit behind the wing. I know we should actually start our second engine now, but hey, here we are. So now we have a bunch of camera views out of the window. Let's go back to the flight deck. So I think the aircraft is claiming engine number 1 is running. Let's start engine number 2. This appears to be an FPA, can we turn that off? Vertical speed.
Postman 5781 ready for pushback.
Postman 5781, pushback approved.
Roger, pushback approved. Postman 5781.
Right, that looks like 2 running engines to me. Let's go ahead and claim this at GSX. GSX. There's engines not started, call you back later. Then I think we'll just abort the pushback.
Postman 5781 ready to taxi.
Postman 5781, taxi to holding point runway 18 via Papa, Quebec, Foxtrot, Golf.
Right, let's get our taxi cleared.
Taxi to holding point runway 18 via Papa, Quebec, Foxtrot, Golf. Postman 5781.
Ground airBaltic 213 requesting taxi.
airBaltic 213, taxi to holding point runway 18 via Tango, Foxtrot, Golf.
Holding point runway 18 via Tango, Foxtrot, Golf, airBaltic 213. Tango, Foxtrot, and that should get us Golf. Alright. Right, cool. We're going to be moving it for the first time. So the lights, taxi, wide or narrow, I don't know, let's just do wide. I can imagine this is going to be very pleasant during night operations. And strobe, I don't think we need it quite yet. The logo is on. We have our taxi lights. Guessing we're good for now. Then before we start taxiing, let's go flaps 2. And can we arm the ground spoiler on this one? Does that work? Not at all. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it's not required. So the aircraft was beeping at us. FMS performance departure configuration. Fault. No. We're not going anywhere. No steer at home. Right, so APU as required. Let's actually turn that soccer off then. NTIs also are on. I'm just going to click them, but let's have a look. That is auto. Flaps. We should be flaps 2. Can we see that anywhere? There. Flight controls, I consider them checked. No steer it on. Riga and info, they checked for now. But FMS perf depth config. So what it wants. Although I have some general idea. Let's go to the performance page. We have takeoff 1 derating. We need to put in a temperature there or anything. We do have our V-speeds. Not sure. I'm going to send to FMS again, but that's not going to make too much of a difference, obviously. Climb. The problem is performance and departure configuration, right? Sure what APR is. Armlet is going to be happy. We're just randomly pressing buttons here. Okay, it's just going to keep that at his arm. Climb thrust. Maybe we did not set the V-speeds. I did not click that. There you go, complete. Not appears to be very happy yet. We have our V-speeds here, 128, 134, 141. Message check departure, performance. Yes, that's what we're doing. Lead source. APU or engine. Wing NTIs, Call NTIs are off. Departure profile, not sure what that is. Yeah, the message gone. What a flight fault. So what is
Postman
flight?
5781 contact tower on 118.105.
Over to tower, Postman 5781.
So we have heading mode, VNAV. Not sure why vertical speed is selected there. It was actually on FPA, and then I figured I don't want that, but I could not quite click on FPA again. We click on altitude, does that? Oh, it just changes. So let's go back to 5,000. Could that set something just to see if it makes the aircraft happy, but I'm not sure if that's going to fix it. And what else? flight directors are on for both sides. Maybe the speed, we should be FMS speed. Parking brake is on, seatbelts no pad. So that's the only thing now, sort of like standing in our way, sort of like safely depart, if you will. Trying to understand, like out of the box, what it would be. And by check, accept, this is from the messages. Train traffic, weather, checklist. Not really sure, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the problem. We have here takeoff 1. So the engine output will be 90.4. That's something we can see here maybe as well. Doesn't quite look like it, but we do have takeoff 1. Next page, that's cute. Okay. Maybe the auto thrust. Oh, not autopilot, auto thrust. Well, it seems a bit scary to turn on the auto thrust while standing here at the apron. This aircraft, I don't know what's going to do, but it's not moving. Not too sure about that. See what it say here. Thrust, yeah, alright. And also so thrust button here. What is it here? So now the question, are we going to try and solve this, or like, shall we just try to take off? Auto flight fault, I have no clue what that should mean.
Ryanair 7 Sierra Golf ready to taxi.
Ryanair 7 Sierra Golf, taxi to holding point runway 18 via Whiskey Echo Foxtrot Golf.
Taxi to holding point runway 18 via Whiskey Echo Foxtrot Golf Ryanair 7 Sierra Golf.
Cannot turn on autopilot. That's in a way good news. Turn VNAV and heading. Can we turn them all off for a bit? Flight directors. This is an interesting one. So turn off the flight director and the message goes. Turn on the flight director. Auto flight faults. Flight director this side goes off. So maybe this is a Boeing kind of thing, not sure. It doesn't change anything. Still saying FD off. I was thinking maybe you should do like one before the other. Actually, there's also one in the middle. Do I see that correctly? FD, FD. I don't see that correctly. Maybe that you can have only one flight director on. I'm a bit confused. Turn that one off. Auto flight fault. Still there. At least it's gone. So let's just try it like this. I'm sure once I watch the A320 sim pilot video in full detail, I'm sure a whole lot of my questions will be answered just by watching that. I think we should go. Parking brake is on, seatbelts, no pad. Do we have anything like auto brakes for a rejected takeoff? Would be nice. Before the taxi checklist is complete, so let's complete that. Then we have before takeoff, left engine, right engine, APU bleed as required, FMS, well let's consider it set, trims. No clue. Trim appears to be in the green band. Does it say? I don't think I saw a trim setting here anywhere. These are the conditions. Weight packs, anti-ice thrust configuration, flap setting. Say anything about trim. Give it shots. At least within the green band, I think. There you go, then it turns white. So at least let's put it somewhere in the green band. Now this is the button, RTO. Very nice. So now, what if we turn on flight director again? No, it doesn't like it. It says info. Is that something we can click? That would be nice. Something here perhaps, no VPAT. TKE, I don't know. So not to worry, we'll just turn that off, I guess. But then I will turn on nav, DNAV, and that's also immediately actually giving, okay. So if I now turn off the flight director, it's also going to turn off those things. That's a little bit annoying. I don't think I can. I don't think there's anything in the overhead that's going to help us out here. And another thing, maybe it's complaining we should put our V2 speed 141. Give that a shot, because I was messing with this. FMS. Put that on FMS. Flight director. Auto flight fault. Well, we did not catch fire yet, so far so good. FMS 1 heading FBA. I'm thinking for now we're just going to enter the test flight stage. Nav source. I had one over here as well. You are one FMS. Bar 2, FMS 1. And on this side, FMS 2. We put this to FMS 1, or is that not how it works? Yellow. This might mean that we will not be able to turn on the autopilot. I'm not quite sure here. Let's start driving. So parking brake released. I'm getting a very low frame rate. And does she turn at all? Not quite turning as much as I would like. Maybe if we need a little bit more power, I'm not sure. Let's be careful here. Oh, it's mainly going forward. It's not going to work for us. Parking brake set. No steer off. That seems counterintuitive. Never land, no man. I'm about to taxi, but there is a. Okay, so this doesn't do anything. I'll tell you where we are. Vintage. Let's turn nose wheel steering back on. So two things. One, I want to steer to the right or to the left. It doesn't really appear to steer. And then we have an auto flight fault here. For the rest, I think we're totally set up. But I cannot figure out what it means. And when I turn off the flight director, it goes. But then it looks like I cannot turn on the autopilot, you know. So I'm a bit confused as to what that is. Actually, for now, let's leave the flight directors off. The only thing now, maybe we need the tiller for steering. That could be a thing. Now let's have to check here in the GFB. Settings, aircraft settings. Cannot go down, this is it. GFB settings, it should not be it. I do not have a tiller key, but I can give it a shot. Go autopilot. Flying a spaceship compared to my knowledge. Well, compared to mine as well, dude. But thanks, Vintage. No worries. It's an interesting way for me to. Wait, this should actually bypass. I think the. Oh, this is actually working. All right. Only the frame rate has dropped like considerably. Probably see. Still, it's not quite turning as much as I would like. Let's have a look outside. Probably doing something wrong here. Google is your friend. For now, I feel like just blundering blindly forward, and this is a good way for me to learn. I already apologized earlier, like to waste everybody's time. Fortunately, like nobody was watching, you know, so Well, now there is one person watching, and I do respect that. But yeah, just this is a good way for me to find out what works for me straight out of the box, what doesn't, and then when I actually watch the 320 sim pilot video, things will start to make a whole lot more sense. For now, at least it looks like we should be able to fly. In this case, I would actually then call it hand fly, but so here should come our right turn, although looks a little bit weird without the yellow line. Yeah, so really low FPS all of a sudden. Usually I'm at around 30 or something. Like a little under, like max 30. Wait, let me pull over on the switch and say, okay, got to go again, safe flying. If you crash on takeoff at least, you got that far. Yeah, man. I'll catch you later, Vintage. You take care, man. This is just an episode of Will the Pilot Crash. We'll see. You'll probably see the video. Catch you later, man. You see like our ground speed anywhere? That would be nice. No clue. Man, it's really choppy. Ground speed 26. You can see how choppy it is, you know, it's, damn. I guess taking off will be one thing. What do they say? Aviate, navigate, communicate. So taking off probably is going to work, but then actually to fly like with a direction and everything, it's going to be another thing. Welcome to Ghost Airlines, where we fly older than dirt planes and pray we make it. That sounds like a very good one. Alright, I think we should get our handoff to the tower soon. And at the departure frequency 129.925.
airBaltic 213, contact tower on 118.105. Have a good evening.
118.105, airBaltic 213. Man, the frame rate is horrible. At some point it was 5 FPS. So it looks like during the setup, take care dude, like during the setup it looked like everything was fine. Then we started our engine, started to move, and the sim was like, oh no. I hope this is only this once. Sometimes it can be. Let me check if there's anything in the background. It might be closed. Simply if I can close that. Add-ons linker, I can put that away as well. But I think that's really it. Alright. Then 118.105. I think maybe I would like a shortcut for this as well. Let's do that. Make that number 3. Then it's just this. Moment 8105. I'm doing this wrong. There you go. And departure frequency 1299.25. Right, the moment of truth. Tower airBaltic 213, holding short runway 18, ready for departure.
airBaltic 213, Riga Tower, runway 18, winds 270 at 4, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 18, airBaltic 213. Strobe light can go. Landing lights. And where is our gas? Yeah, alright. Parking brake released. The engine sound is definitely interesting. I want to listen outside. Oh. And 9 FPS. That's so low. I think even the simulator is now complaining that we took too long. I hope it's not inherent to the aircraft and that my system simply is too slow to handle this aircraft. I can hardly imagine that's the case. But you never know. So the next challenge is going to be to turn on the autopilot, people. So I chose a short flight in daytime, but we will not make that. Alright, so set the parking brake. Now obviously, I have no clue how this aircraft is going to do the auto thrust system. Maybe towards the 80 button. Still doesn't like me turning on auto-flight faults. Not sure why that is. Are we going to take off with FD on, or are we going to... I don't know. And then, so how do we take off? I have no clue where to set those suckers. We just go toga thrust and then the onboard system will just take over and set 90.4 output anyway. It wouldn't seem safe in case you actually need your toga thrust. Auto thrust is on, and it's FMS. Let's try one more thing. Oh, that doesn't make a difference. Alright, it's time we do it. V1 128, rotates 134. V1 141. I just gotta go full toga just to be on the safe side. We are definitely accelerating. Let's have a look outside for a bit. Alright, that is our plane. Got 9 FPS. Rotate. Oh, there she goes. Positive right, gear up. This is very laggy. Oops.
airBaltic 213, contact Riga departure on 129.925.
Going to departure, airBaltic 213. Let's try autopilot, see if that does anything. It's getting extremely laggy here, look at that. Autopilot on. Heading mode, let's see what we can do here. Nav. That appears to work. A little bit concerned about our speed. It does not want to go beyond 134, it's actually dropping. That doesn't seem very pleasant. Don't manage manual speed.
All aircraft be advised. Information Victor is now current. QNH 1019er.
If you can go faster through this button here. Let's say, I don't know, let's just do around 250. Departure airBaltic 213 at 5,000 feet.
airBaltic 213, Riga departure identified. Climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, airBaltic 213. Extremely laggy, people.
Overspeed.
Uh-oh. Wait, flaps up. Speed brake. It's really hard to look around with this low frame rate. It's like you constantly miss when you're zooming. So what was it? Level 200? So choosing FMS speed now. Oh, stand by.
213. Contact Riga control on 133.2. airBaltic 213, climb flight level 28, sir.
Dear guests, we are now cruising at a comfortable altitude. The cabin crew will begin our snack and beverage service shortly. We invite you to enjoy our popular blueberry muffins and a selection of refreshing drinks from our menu. After the service, selected items from the airBaltic shop will be available for your convenience. Thank you for flying with us.
Alright, so here we are again. Now the frame rate is absolutely horrendous. So that's... I don't like.
airBaltic 213, contact the Riga control on 135.1.
Fabian, you'll take over all the radio communications. Thank you. So let's at least have Fabian do the radio. And then we can see what's going on. Flight plan discontinuity, okay. We are at 20,000. So basically what I did is, oh there you go. So you can see actually the auto thrust system is working. That's good news. And we are following lateral navigation, it looks like. FMS 1, speed, AP auto thrust. I'm not sure, let's see. I don't know, maybe this airplane just too heavy for my computer, I don't know. Maybe there is something I can tweak. I mean, as you can see, you know, like, just trying to move around and it just jumps. If I use the controller, maybe. Yeah, it just feels off. Just doesn't feel cool. But it looks like we are on our way. But I really must say I don't like. I don't feel like I can like look around. You know, it's like I'm choosing, for instance, to look at, let's say, this screen right here. So what I would normally do is center it, and I just need to look for it the whole time. You know, like
on 133.2.
That is a little bit annoying. Let's see, what were we flying to? Feel like overshooting. Oh man, this is getting on my nerves. What's a good excuse for a smoke, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit bummed about that. I'm not bummed about not knowing how the aircraft works. That's part of the game. That's actually interesting. Did we get any more climb clearance actually? Because I got a phone call. Doesn't look like it. Still at flight level. No, climb 280. Okay. And will we start climbing automatically, or probably we need to do flight level change? Can we do vertical navigation? Will that work as well? Let's have a look.
airBaltic 213. Please expedite your climb to flight level 280.
So standard QNH, the climber to 28,000. And I was checking earlier today, saytensions.ai. I need to do a flight of a little over 1 hour, and I will reach senior captain, something like that.
Baltic 213, contact the Riga control on 135.1.
Fabian, are you with me? You are to, you should answer the radio.
I'm here, Arkady. Remember, you're handling the radios unless you say otherwise.
I'm saying otherwise. Handle the radios, please.
Got it, Arkady. I'll handle the radios from here.
airBaltic 213, switch to Riga control on frequency 135.1. Riga control, airBaltic 213. Good evening, flight level 230 for flight level 280.
airBaltic 213, Riga control identified. Good evening, climb flight level 360.
Riga control, Toyota 404, flight level 360.
Climbing flight level 360, airBaltic 213.
Delta at flight level 340. Delta, Riga control identified.
Bravo 2 Mike Zulu, flight level 200, descending flight level 150.
Bravo 2 Mike Zulu, good evening.
I'm checking online, and it could be frame rate drop by leaving the route page. Apparently some people have that, but not sure if that's the case, but let's give it a shot. So let's just go, I don't know, flight plan, whatever, and we'll see if she settles back in. I hope it's that simple, even though, you know, that would still be stupid, but
Bravo 62 Delta, descend to flight level 300, pilot's discretion.
still not as smooth as it was.
Bravo 62 Delta.
Direct NEREN and then asphalt. So, do we have a direct page? Yeah, this is really hard to load. Basic looking around is just total hell. Let's get this checklist out of the way maybe as well. How do we do that actually? Like, how can we get something else there? Man, this is undoable. Fuck this. Getting really annoyed now.
Bravo 2 Mike Zulu.
Oh, another way. Jesus Christ, like. Oh, I'm not following navigation anymore. Why? You're on navigation. Boiler mismatch. I think I've had enough of this for now.
Air 404, contact Callan Control on 119.38.
I mean, if I cannot...
Switching to 119.38, Toy Air 404.
Focus on the... immediately on what I need, you know? Like I need to see this panel here, and then it just overshoots the whole time, like, look at that, it's fucking insane. By the time I arrive, I already forgot what I'm doing. My brain is way too fast. So we are in nav mode. So what, is autopilot not on then? Autopilot is on. Let's turn it off.
Bravo 62 Delta.
Well, that should wake you up. We have a route discontinuity, I guess. So, and then can we click that? Direct to...
Rear control, Finnair 65 Mike at flight level 340.
Finnair 65 Mike identified. Good evening.
It looks like it's taking us direct XILAN mod discontinuity. See that? This is unflyable for absolutely 71 fucking euros. You notice that I'm getting a little bit upset here? My apologies. Alright, so we're on our way to NEREN.
Bravo 62 Delta, contact Vilnius Control on 132.28. Good evening.
132.28, good evening, Bravo 62 Delta.
One other thing is to go to the escape for a second and then go back to resume to see if that changes back our FPS. Cannot see it, but on the top left it's 11 FPS. That's a little bit on the low side. Let me check my CPU maybe. CPU is 35, not too bad. I'm just trying to see if this changes the FPS, but I think it's 8 FPS, 9. That doesn't really make any difference either.
Riga Control, Bravo 62 Delta, out of flight level 210 for flight level 160.
Apparently more people have complained that after starting the engines, the FPS drops.
AirBaltic 213, contact Airline Control on 122.13.
We're getting close to the top of the descent. I'm not sure I want to continue like this. Because it gives me no, I mean,
AirBaltic 213, good evening.
It looks like I'm using my mouse with my left hand when I'm right-handed, you know what I mean?
AirBaltic 213, Airline Control identified. Good evening, climb flight level 360.
But turn this EFB off, will the other one stay on? At least that does. We turn off this one, will that do anything?
Flight level 340.
Climb flight level 360, AirBaltic 213.
Alright, for now I think that concludes my test flight. Maybe now let's, okay, so I think I'm gonna turn off Saint engines. That is now off. Maybe go back to the main menu, or at least like the pause menu. Then I get 30 FPS back. Now back to the sim. Going from 30 down to 9, 11, 12 FPS, 10 FPS. It's still completely not improving at all whatsoever. Then I'm having in the background a soccer called Volanta. Just going to quit that. So let's turn off the engines and see if that fixes our FPS. Yes, the aircraft doesn't like it. But it looks like it. I'm getting 20 FPS, 22. And this is already getting a lot more controllable. Look at that. So yeah, it's a nice airplane, just don't use the engines. Oh. That's interesting. So after cutting the engines, we're at 25 FPS. I think mine is kept at 30. It won't get over 30 FPS anyway with my video card. Hopefully this is something that can be solved. If it's not like a problem on my end, which could always be, you know, but I want to start pointing fingers necessarily, but if this is related to some bug or something, then hopefully this will start and they will fix that. I don't think we can start the engines until we have the red engines on. Ooh, let's have a look outside. Cool. So is this where it's supposed to come out? That actually, yeah, generator. It's actually still quite stable without it. Wonder when she'll start dropping. So the RAM engine turbine, can we like deploy that manually? Alright, let's not get lost. Let's see, APU. Start the APU. But at least now, like, you know, I can properly look. If I want to look, zoom in on the heading there, I just do this and I'm there, you know, rather than going like this, you know, like, whoop, try to get somewhere. That's so annoying. Let's see if the APU is starting up. flap open. That's about it. Anything else for that? Batteries are at auto. Of course, that cabin power thingy does. Like you don't have batteries either. Emergency power only. Engine fail, yeah. I would have thought that we could have started the APU. Doesn't seem to do anything. It looks like we don't have batteries, although at the same time we do have some systems here. Are they really done only by the RAM engine turbine? Because I do not see anything to open doors. Which would actually suggest it has two RAM engine turbines. Okay, this is slightly disorienting. Where are we? One. Supposed to be here. Well, I think for now this concludes our little test flight. If we go nose down. We can go nose up and down. We cannot go left or right. That is very scary. Still rather still. We have a backup speedometer and altimeter going off the charts there, but we have no left, no right, no ailerons. That is interesting, turning off the batteries. Whoops, oh, the airplane is doing this on its own. This can never be good. Oh, don't worry kids, just a simulator. Just playing around a little bit. Yeah, we have left and right. Obviously, we should have crashed already, but I have crashes disabled. I think the APU will start. And do we have gravity assist for our landing gear? Probably, let's not mess with that yet. No. So, trying to land. Probably to our left. Right, left turn it is. One thing I'm happy about is that the FPS is back to normal. Don't feel like flying all the way over there. Let's see if we can drop the gear. It is not coming. It's a little bit expected. And then there's the gravity assist. There you go. Or maybe it was already down and I didn't see it. I was zoomed in too far. It could be. I don't know. Don't think we can retract it now. Can we retract it using this button here? Then be done by maintenance, I think. At least the gear is down. But there's just too much water. Our speed is not too crazy. Obviously this is not touchdown speed, but at least we're not like dropping from the sky. In that sense, she seems to be doing quite well. I love these colors, man. don't think the flaps will do anything. So that is simulated. That's cool. Right, so these people are in for a surprise. That town right there. Not an airport, is it? Sunny lights. Does look like a whole bunch of concrete. And as I said, crashes are off. And looking at the environment, there's so many trees, we would never make it. Right, so what's our speed doing? 7, alright. And there's no open patches anywhere. Be a damn disaster. And I guess maybe like the highway. Speed is high, so let's go nose up. Get off some of that speed. Although we sort of just missed a pretty straight bit on the highway here. Man, can you imagine? Outside. So it just turned into an arcade game. Alright, that's disastrous. So a little bit bummed about the FPS, dropping after engine start. I'll try again. Okay, yeah, I'll try again without running anything else in the background. Also not streaming, just to check if everything's fine. Then, if it's not, then it's really something in the aircraft, you know. So yeah. All right, thanks for watching. For those of you who did, and I will see you at the next video. Bye bye.